Hi, welcome to episode 4 of That You Can Cook. Well, tonight we got a special treat for you. About 6 months ago, playing cards at a friend's house, and his wife made Sunday gravy. There was some left over, we ate it, and everyone raved about it. Naturally, I went home and I said, you know what, I think I could do one better. And over the last 6 months, it turned into a huge trash talk between me, my friend's wife, and my other friend. So here we are, it's the night before Super Bowl. Tomorrow's the big day, and the special treat of the night is you're going to get to watch gravy made 2 ways. I've got my friend Frank.
Hi guys.
We're going to be both making gravy, and we're going to have the big vote-off tomorrow.
So you're in for a real treat because we're going to show you both our styles of making gravy, and then hopefully you'll get to see the results tomorrow with all 3 of us.
Let the throwdown begin.
Good luck, pal.
Chin down.
Enjoy, everybody.
Do we really have to make this? I could drink this all night.
First ingredient is always meatballs. And I purchased 3 pounds of mixed chop meat. And by mixed, I mean pork, veal, and beef. Now we've got our meat in our mixing bowl, and we have to add a couple of ingredients. So this is about 1 large and 1 medium-sized onion for 3 pounds of meat. 5 large cloves of garlic. Chopped parsley, just going to throw that right in. And I would recommend using 1 egg per pound of meat. Breadcrumbs, and our milk. So now I've got all my ingredients in the bowl, and I'm just going to get my hands right in here and start mixing. It looks messy and disgusting and cold, and you know what? It is! Just throw in our last meatball. We're going to take these over to our frying pan, and we're going to fry them all. Our last batch of meatballs is just about done frying, and I don't know how close you can see this, but you want your meatballs browned on all sides. For the other special meat ingredients in our sauce, hot Italian sausage, we have sweet Italian sausage, we have beef braciole, and pork braciole.
I think he invented the pork braciole, and if he did, he's a genius. Genius!
Secret weapon. So, with all of this meat, we're going to take all of it, we're going to put it right back into our hot oil, and we're going to sear it just like we did the meatballs.
Now I'm going to make some Jewish meatballs. The most important ingredient of any gravy is making sure the cook is properly sauced.
Makes it taste better in the end.
It absolutely does. Alright, so we're following a very similar recipe as Frank. Pork, veal, and beef. Pound of each. 2 whole eggs and 2 egg yolks. Right in. Half cup of parsley. Damn if I know how much panko. Panko. Then it's a cup of water. Probably thinking about it after cheating and watching Frank, a cup of milk would be better, but water it is. 6 tablespoons of cheese. Look, I gotta check the book. You know, this isn't like ingrained in me like Frank, like, you know, years and years of training. I made this crap up like last week. And, you know, me and Nicole had it. It was pretty damn good. And now we mix, we mush, we ask Frank to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. My fiancée Nicole doesn't like it fried, so I bake it. I'm just thankful she's not a vegetarian, otherwise I'd be in deep trouble.
Well, you probably wouldn't be getting married.
I would absolutely not be getting married if she was a vegetarian.
Get your hands dirty, baby.
I don't know. If you wanted my hands dirty, I'd pick my ass, but I don't think you want that in the meatballs. We're going to roll these out onto a cookie sheet, just like Frank did. I'm just going to bang this puppy in the oven for about 30 minutes. Alright, well, no self-respecting Jew would make gravy without braciole. So, we're going to make it from scratch. None of this store-bought crap. So, first thing you do, get a nice thin piece of some kind of beef. I have a paste that I made, if you could call this a paste. It's parsley, garlic, breadcrumbs, and Parmesan cheese. So this one will just kind of concentrate towards this end. And we'll roll it up. Tie this sucker down so it doesn't open up while cooking. There we go. 1 football of beef. Where do I put it? Right there. Alright, so our meatballs are ready. They're really not ready to eat. They're pretty nasty looking actually. But all we want to do is just get it to render some of the goop and fat and stuff like that out. Oh. And we're going to take that and put it in our gravy. Just like Frank, we got to brown our meats too. Same deal, same pan. I've got a rack of pork spare ribs, sausage, meat sausage. That'll go in too.
Time to make our gravy. So we have whole peeled tomatoes, tomato sauce, and tomato paste. We have pancetta. Now you'll notice I'm going to use this, Andy's not. We'll call it a secret ingredient, but use pancetta. We're going to take our onions, our garlic, and our pancetta and just dump them right into this pot. So our onions, our garlic, and our pancetta have browned nicely. They've been cooking for about 5 minutes on high heat. It's now time to add our paste.
You all right there? You got a little bit of smoke going on.
Oh, we're doing well. You really want to fry this paste. Don't worry about the smoke. It's not going to burn. Alright, we're just going to take our whole tomatoes. We're going to pour them right into our blender. Just going to pulse it a few times. By the way, we're not being paid by Red Pack to say this, but I would highly recommend using Red Pack tomatoes. If anybody from Red Pack is watching and would like to pay us, feel free.
Thank you. Or if anyone from a lesser quality tomatoes wants to pay us, we'll use those too. We are not above selling ourselves.
Our last can of tomatoes has been blended and is now in our sauce. So here's our 2 piles of meat. One's more traditional, mine, and one's Andy's. But we've got highly browned meatballs that were fried, hot and sweet sausage, and pork and beef brajolles. Andy has...
Here we got baked meatballs, not baked all the way through, just to get some of the fat to render out. Hot sausage, pork ribs, skirt steak, and homemade braciole.
Alright, into the pot it goes. We're going to reduce our heat down to about low.
Alright, now it's my turn. I've got 2 onions. There's no way it's making it in one piece. There we go. Close enough. You know, sometimes the floor needs a little onion too. I'm going to add about 8 cloves of garlic. After about a minute or so, you'll start to smell the fragrance. You want to add your tomato paste. So we've got the tomato paste that's gotten a little bit of color to it. It's nice and dark. And we've got the tomatoes in there, so now it's time to add our peeled tomatoes. I've got 4 large cans of this stuff. Just want to dump them in. Now we want to thin it out a bit. Remember it said about getting some of those garlic chunks down. You know, I like it a little chunkier than Frank. Yeah, but I still don't like it chunky, so I just use this to give it a little more of an irregular blend. Throw that on there. Now I have a little bit of beef broth just to deglaze the pan and from all the meat juices before, and I'd hate to lose those, so a little bit in there. Totally non-traditional, and this may make me lose the whole thing or win the whole thing, but going big to win. And now it's time to add our meat. 1 short rib. I got some braciole. Go in there. So much meat it hurts your arm. Transferring it. Alright. Okay, so I added 2 teaspoons of fennel seeds and a little bit of hot red pepper. And I think both of our gravies are done. Well, for now, they got to simmer for 2 or 3 hours, so we'll come back then. So from the Jew
and the Italian, it's been fun. I enjoyed being here. I'm sure I'll see you again.
And it's fucking late.
So, for sauce, A got 4 votes, B got 2 votes, and C got 9 votes.
So scared, dog!
Sounds like these.
I want to recount.
You boys in the house!